It's 2023 and you decided that you want to look better, feel better, and improve your life and your chances with the opposite sex. You've decided that you want to improve on your appearance and start working out. Congratulations, that's a good thing. But something's stopping you from going to the gym, whether it's your self-confidence, lack of money, or you can't go outside for whatever reason, or you're scared that you're going to make a fool of yourself and end up on one of those TikToks. I get it. So you decided to work out in your house. A good alternative if your family didn't interrupt you whilst you were exercising. You want to exercise in your room, but you don't have a lot of space and you don't know what to do in order to achieve a great physique. Let me help you with this video. As you can see, my room is super tiny, but I still managed to get a good workout in my room. I'll be breaking this video down into 4 parts. 1. Warming up. 2. Stretching. 3. Exercise. And 4. Cooling down. There are many ways to warm up for an exercise. For me, when I work out in my room, I like to play with my football and shadow box as it's more fun. You can do more traditional movements such as star jumps, high knee jumps, but I personally find them boring and it does make a lot of noise. We are first going to start with our legs. The way I warm up my legs in a small space is by doing small lunge walks to activate my legs for the main exercise. If you really wanted to, you can make this your main exercise. After warming up my legs and my body, I start by dynamic stretching, which is basically doing stretches whilst moving around like you're seeing right now. I'm not stretching in one place or position, I'm moving my body around to loosen up and getting my body primed for the main event. Just doing that on its own, it's a bit of a workout. So you can start with those if you want. Start off slow because you ain't got limited space. You can't really do it super explosively, and also if you've got people downstairs, you might want to tone it down a bit, but it's a good place to start off from. Now let's get into the actual workout. Starting off with the legs to get the hardest part out of the way. Start with the compound staple, the squat. The squat is the foundation when it comes to leg training, building mass, force production, work capacity, and building tolerance. By not training your legs, you're missing out on building on top of your foundation. I mean, you literally can't go anywhere without your legs, so it's important to train them for that reason. Leg training enhances your physique, making you look more round, increasing your aesthetics, as well as your athletic performance. And it doesn't take a lot of room or create a lot of noise. You can easily make it harder by adding weight with a backpack, using resistance bands, going slower to increase time under tension, and increasing range of motion to get stronger in all ranges. Ultimately, getting stronger. Getting stronger has a positive correlation with getting bigger muscles. The backpack is the best way to load the squat, simply because you can keep adding more weight inside the bag. The resistance bands add another level of difficulty to the exercise, but the bands are optional. It does help with the strength curves, but I fully don't understand it, and I'm still learning what strength curves are. If you want a basic level 1 video on what strength curves are and how they affect your lifts, let me know in the comments below. Even if you can't do that, even if you just can't do those, you can do isometrics. It doesn't even require you to move. Literally. Hold still. Easier said than done. Immediately finishing off with squats, we move on to single leg training to improve on our imbalances. We will ultimately have one side stronger than the other due to our history and genetics, but we still need to work on each side to get symmetry, increasing our athleticism, injury prevention, and aesthetics. The split squat is my choice of single leg training. It helps with imbalances as well as ankle mobility, hip flexor strength, glute strength, abductor and adductor muscles. The reason why our body hurts is due to our weak glutes and weak hip flexors because we sit on our asses all day for too long with our sedentary lifestyle. I am guilty of this, and I use this exercise to correct my imbalances on each side. With this exercise, you will feel it the next day, so I suggest starting off with body weight, minimum of 15 reps on each side. I also suggest going slowly, feeling all the muscles working, pausing at the bottom for a few seconds before going back up. Alternatively, you can do Bulgarian split squats if you're only looking for hypertrophy and size. Next, we target the calves. The calf has 2 main muscles that we can target: the gastro and the soleus. The gastro is the easiest to target by doing simple calf raises. The soleus is best targeted by doing bent knee calf raises. The soleus is what gives your calf the roundness or girth to your calves. My advice when you're doing this home workout or any other home workout is that you do a little but every day, compared to one big killer session twice a week. My logic is that if you do a little bit every day, let's say reaching 70 to 80% of your 1 rep max, compared to if you do, let's say 90 or 95% twice or 3 times a week over the year, I would have done more training at 70% compared to 90% due to the compounding effect
Training at roughly 70% every day will compound more compared to someone who trains at 95%, almost wrecking their body 3 times a week. I give myself a higher chance of recovery so that I can train and move the next day compared to the other guy who can't even get up the next day. Don't get it twisted though. There's a time and place to train 90 to 95%, but in my opinion, it should not be done every day. Firstly, you are allowing your body to recover fully. Also, if you're able to train full intensity every day, are you really training full intensity? That doesn't mean you slack off at 70%. It means that you use your 70% of your 1 rep max and train to the best of your abilities.
Like I said previously, calisthenics is all about unfavorable leverages. And for the hamstrings, there's an exercise called the Nordic curl. You may have heard of it. And I'll show you how to do it in your bedroom.
The Nordic curl is an advanced calisthenic exercise for the hamstrings and knee area. Make sure that your hamstrings are ready because you will get cramps if your body isn't ready. Go slow, fight gravity, lengthen out as much as you can and keep your back straight. Try to push yourself back up to the starting position. This will be an uncomfortable exercise.
Alright, let's just say you can't do Nordic curls. What else can you do in your small space?
I forgot what this exercise is called, but this targets your hamstrings and glutes. It's the regression to the upcoming exercise. Make sure that you keep your hips high, squeeze your glutes in every rep. The ladies do like a nice aesthetically pleasing bunda, so start working on it. It also helps with everything else, such as injury prevention, athletic performance, and so on. The bull version requires more stability, making the exercise a lot harder. Make sure to keep your hips high and bring your hamstrings as far back as you can. Squeeze your glutes.
Don't forget to hydrate yourselves. Well, that's the leg component done. The worst and the hardest part. Now it comes to the upper body, which is my favourite personally.
Working our way up the body, we have abs. Abs are very important to train as it's our core, responsible for everything. A stronger core equals a stronger lift, so training your core and abs is essential. If you want to do any calisthenic skills such as back lever, front lever, etc., you must train your core to keep your body upright and straight in the air. The best exercise for those types of skills are the dragon flags. If you can't do them like this, then bring your knees closer to your body, making it easier. Go slow and keep your back straight for the best results. The plank is a foundational core exercise for anything. As well as building core strength, it also builds discipline and mental fortitude, keeping your body straight for minutes, making you a stronger, more resilient person. You can do what I'm doing to make this exercise more challenging and interesting. The fundamental core exercise that everyone must be doing is a hollow body hold. A simple exercise, but it's challenging when your arms and legs are fully straight. Hold as long as you can. I know elite athletes that can hold it for a few minutes. Try to keep your back as flat as possible. Next, we got the V-sit, another exercise that doesn't take much space but is incredibly challenging to your core. Go to failure for a minimum of 3 sets. The ab wheel rollouts are super tough and challenging if you're doing them right. So many people go lazy on them by arching the abs, not squeezing the glutes, and letting the glutes pull you back. Pull back to the starting position with your abs by keeping them tucked. Imagine pulling your abs towards your spine. If you don't have a wheel, you can use a ball, even though it is a lot trickier, but it still does the job. I also have to mention this: keep your knees locked in place whilst doing the rollouts. Next, we have the regression to the L-sit, the seated leg raise. The leg raise does help with abs, but it also strengthens your straight leg strength. You can use this exercise to build towards the toe to the bar raise. Place your hands on the ground, including your palms, unlike me, and raise your legs as high as you can whilst keeping them straight. Place your hands towards your feet to make it harder and away to make the movement easy. Don't lean back when doing this exercise.
Those are some examples for some ab exercises you can do, and as you can see, took about that much space. It's not much space, as you can see, not that much, but yeah, you can get an effective ab workout. Time to go onto your chest. Let's go.
The best chest exercise that doesn't require a lot of technique compared to the barbell bench press, whilst also being safe as no bars over your head and you got the floor to support you. This is hands down the best chest exercise that you can do to blow up your chest. But not just your chest, as you can manipulate the push-up to target many other areas such as your biceps, triceps, shoulders, fingers, knuckles, and wrists, depending on what push-up you decide to do. Leaning forward will target more of your shoulders compared to your chest. Diamond push-ups will target more of your triceps, and pseudo push-up holds will target your biceps, more mainly your tendons. You can do push-ups in this position. To get iron fist, grip strength, and a stronger fist, you can do finger push-ups, knuckle push-ups, strengthen your hands, and reduce potential wrist injury. All of these variations can be done without having to move from your original spot. To make bigger gains, you can put your feet up on a chair or use blocks bricks, or books to increase the range of motion, creating a bigger stretch on your pecs. You can also include a weighted bag as well as resistant bands to make this exercise incredibly challenging and see your chest gains fly through the roof. You'd be surprised how hard you can make this basic push-up just by moving your body in a certain way. One thing to mention before starting push-ups, I highly recommend warming up your wrist joints and forearm before going all in, as you don't want your wrists hurting or your forearms giving up, limiting your gains. Go relatively slow and pause for a second before repeating it until you feel ready to start doing push-ups. Warm up all the joints so that nothing limits you from achieving your gains and your desired body.
So that's the chest. Chest is a compound. Chest. That's the push-up. Fundamental move when it comes to calisthenics. Compound movement like a hip, your chest, shoulders, upper back, a little bit traps, triceps. If you move your body in a specific way, creating those uncomfortable leverages, and for your specific body part that you're trying to hit.
Now we move on to your biceps, and we're going to keep it nice and simple by doing curls, while still challenging ourselves. It doesn't take much room and it blows up your arms. Other than the pull-up and chin-up, bicep curls are the next best option you have. Additionally, the bicep doesn't fatigue any other body, unlike the pull-up and chin-up. If you do have the option of doing chin-ups and want to hit the bicep, you have to curl your body towards the bar for the best reps. In this example, at the top, I was thinking of trying to snap the band, sort of pulling it away. Personally, I get a better contraction when I do this, but feel free to experiment. It is your workout in your room at the end of the day.
Again, like I said, put your arm in a unfavorable leverage. It's easier to do it here, and it's harder to do it here because your bicep is fully stretched out, so away from your center, your core, so it makes it easier. The further it is away from your core, the harder it will be. So to pull from here, it's a lot harder compared to here. So when using your bag, do it from here. Get a better contraction. You may need to use less weight, but getting that strength in this position is worth it. And also, if you got bands, you could stack them up, or you could do your bands here, and then you do your other ones here to get best of both worlds.
The best shoulder exercise that you can do at home with minimal space is the handstand push-up. It targets all heads of the shoulders, mainly the front and the side. It does hit the rear, not as much compared to the other two though. Doing handstand push-ups is more than just growing shoulders. It teaches stability, overcoming your fear of going upside down, and composure. If you don't have the strength or courage to go upside down, you can do pike push-ups as a regression to the handstand push-up. You can even do knuckle or finger push-ups whilst in pike to strengthen your hands and fingers. Even if you can't do pike push-ups, as long as you have a bag, you can hit your shoulders. One thing that the bag is superior in is in the fact that the weight is still swinging even at the top of the movement, meaning that you have to work harder to keep your arm in the position. That instability factor will make this exercise 10 times harder. Once at the top, allow the bag to come down to a still whilst keeping your arms and shoulders in place. Once the bag is still, then you're allowed to bring the bag down and repeat again. If you're feeling super adventurous, you can stack the bag and resistant bands together to make the exercise more difficult. As long as you got a door, you can do pull-ups. It's another way of hitting your arms, and your back will grow. You're gonna have to do it really slow as you can't break your door, but that time under tension, it will grow your wings. If you can't do that, then you can use your bags to do swings. This targets more of your lower back, but you still create that width and definition in your back. The progressive overload. If you've got resistant bands, you can hit your upper back and shoulders by doing band pull-up hots. The way I'm doing it takes more reps, but you do feel your back and your shoulders working. This can also be used to open up your chest before doing push-ups. You can also do resistant band deadlifts as well to hit your posterior chain fully. Keep your back neutral, push your ass back a bit, brace your core, and push up explosively.
Those are some back and shoulder exercises that you can do at home that doesn't take much space. When it comes to the pull-up with the door, go very slowly. Try not to break your door.
For the traps, you can pair the deadlift with the shrug to blow up your traps. Your traps is what gives your face and appearance that masculine, powerful look that everyone's going for. When doing shrugs, keep your neck in its original position. Try not to bend forward or backwards. All you have to do is go up and down. When at the bottom, keep that tension by gripping the bag or band. That stretch that you feel will also blow up your traps. It's called weighted stretching, and it's one component that grows your muscles. You can even use weighted stretching to get more flexible and mobile. Let me know if you want to know more on this subject.
Now finally, your neck.
Assuming you don't have a neck trainer, to train your neck, you're gonna have to do neck bridges. They can be dangerous if they're not done in a safe, correct manner. Like, they're not gonna kill you, but you can get neck strains and aches if done with bad form, going too fast, and not warming up properly. If this is your first time, go slow in a controlled manner, using your hands and knees for support. Alternatively, you can use your bag as a neck trainer by chewing on the handle. The positive is that it's much safer, but the con is that your bag handle does get wet and slimy, but that's your choice.
So yeah, you could do those for your neck, to grow your neck, to get the hypertrophy, but I will say this, please do it extremely slowly, especially if you have never done it before. You can injure your neck like that, so be very aware of how you're doing it. Put your hands on the ground and go extremely slowly. Try to do all the movement from your neck. Try not to involve your abs too much or other parts of your body. Use your hands as support. But other than that, just move your neck up and down extremely slowly until you can go very fast, like Mike. Just gotta use your mind. Use your environment to your advantage. That's how I'm able to see what I'm able to see. Because I'm always thinking, well, how can I get my environment to help me with what I need, with what I want. Use this, man.
You finally finished your home workout, but now you've just got one more thing to do, which is to stretch one last time so you don't wake up the next day feeling super sore. Stretching at the end of the workout is beneficial as it'll improve your lifts for the next session. It will allow you to have more range of motion, making you stronger and bigger as a result. You can do the same stretches that you did in the beginning of your workout, or you could add in some static stretches as your body is fully warmed, unlike before. The stretch that you're seeing right now is literally called the world's greatest stretch. Starting off in a lunge position, you open up your body by pointing to the ceiling on both sides, and then you get your hand going underneath your bent leg, getting a stretch on the other side of your body. Try to keep your heels down and push forward, which will help with your ankle mobility. Once you're ready to switch to the other leg, keep your bent leg planted firmly and bring your supporting leg forward. Use this time to touch your toes, stretching your hamstrings and back however long you like. Then return to the starting position on the other leg and repeat. That is the end of the video, guys. I appreciate you watching for this long. I know it's a long video, but thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. And as you can see, I was able to do a whole body workout, a full body workout with minimal space, like nothing. I needed a couple of things, which are optional by the way, and my body weight, and I was able to do it. When you have minimal space, you have to use your brain, you have to be creative. And there's this quote by Jordan Peterson. I'm not sure, I'm probably butchering it, but it goes something like this. Once a person has established their identity and set their sights on a goal, their worldview shifts to align with their purpose. Like a missile, they'll relentlessly pursue it, and their environment will become a facilitator of their ambition. Once you have your identity, once you have your reason why you want to work out, once you have a reason of what you want to achieve from working out, your worldview changes. The reason why I was able to see what I was able to see in my room is because I'm always thinking about, like, how can I improve my legs? How can I improve my back? How can I improve this and that? And so these thoughts going on my head, my worldview shifts, and I'm able to see like mundane things such as a wall or floor. How I perceive it is that I can use that to aid me. So I want you guys to think like that. How can your current environment aid you so you can go where you want to go? And finally, it's all about consistency. Yeah, you could do it once, but what's a one-time workout gonna do? Barely anything, but do it over time, do it consistently, and then you start seeing results. Like I said, you need to have a defined reason as to why you're doing what you're doing. So if you have multiple reasons as to why working out is good, such as better health benefits, looking more aesthetic, having a better mental health, you reinforce that, it'll give you a stronger reason to keep continuing when your motivation is low. And also, when it comes to starting new habits, me personally, the best thing you can do is have everything really easy, just like that. For example, if you want to start reading, like I have all my books here that I want to read. So I'm reading the top one right now. All I have to do is get up and just start reading. So it's really simple. So things like that you can do. So for example, you can have your workout gear on your bed. So as soon as you wake up, you see it. Or you can have it on the floor, wherever you want to do. You need to make it super easy so you can do it. But yeah, that is the outro. I'd appreciate a like and subscribe. It's going to be somewhere. So if you click it, I appreciate it and have a good day.